A woman who was so badly injured during childbirth that she had to have a colostomy becomes the first person with a stoma to swim solo across the English Channel.
I would love even just one person with a stoma who's never been swimming before, as a result of what I've done today, to go to their local pool.
Did the economic growth we saw in June melt away with the wet weather in July? Good morning. I'm at an ice cream farm near Chester, and this morning I'll have the latest economic growth figures for you.
The Prime Minister and Health Secretary will be meeting with health leaders in Downing Street today to talk about plans to ease pressure on the NHS this winter. There's concern over how the service will cope with hospital waiting lists already at record numbers, the threat of more doctor strikes and long waits for emergency care. Theresa May has urged the government to go full throttle on net zero. In an interview for Nick Robinson's Political Thinking podcast, the former Prime Minister also said the UK would have been better off under her own Brexit deal. The Duchess of Sussex has joined her husband, Prince Harry, at the Invictus Games in Germany. She made a short impromptu speech at the sports event for injured military personnel and veterans, which her husband founded and launched in 2014. Let's have a look at this morning's newspapers. We're going to start with The Guardian today. They're reporting on the aftermath of heavy flooding in Libya as it quotes aid organisations there who've described the situation in Libya's coastal city as disastrous beyond comprehension.
Desperate situation, isn't it? The Daily Mail this morning reporting on a domestic story about the future of the pensions triple lock, something we covered here on Breakfast yesterday. While the paper also warning its readers that the policy could be watered down in the future and it might become unaffordable.
In its lead, the Daily Mirror reports on an epidemic of shoplifting, with the paper demanding tougher laws. It goes on to quote Shadow Home Secretary Yvette Cooper, who says this kind of lawlessness is a disgrace.
A number of today's papers show a reunited Prince Harry and Meghan at the Invictus Games in Germany on Tuesday evening. He got there a couple of days early, but she's now met him, joined him on stage last night. There they are.
Apparently she gave an impromptu speech where she apologised for being a bit late.
And she said she'd been dropping the kids off at the nursery or something, hadn't she? Going to a milk bar. Also, when was the last time you did something really thrilling that really pushed you to the limit?
Can't even remember that long ago.
Well, 850 people will certainly remember. They have zip-wired from the Leadenhall building in London, known as the Cheese Grater, all the way to the Gherkin.
Braver than me, I can tell you. All in aid of charity, of course, raising more than £800,000. The BBC's Harry Lowe decided to give it a go.
Oh, my goodness! This is unbelievable! Look how far off I am! I'm zip-wiring between two skyscrapers, and wow. There's the Gherkin! I'm heading towards the Gherkin. I'm never lost for words, but this is unbelievable. My heart rate is racing quicker than it's ever raced. Oh, I can barely catch my breath. What is this? I am flabbergasted that this has happened, and I've made it to the end. Oh, well done, mate. Goodness, have I ever been so relieved in my life to reach the end of a zip wire? Thank you so much.
Oh, Harry was so polite. Yes.
All the way through.
I wouldn't have been that polite.
Bleeped all the way through.
I love the way at the start he goes, oh, my goodness.
Oh, gosh.
Yes.
This is really frightening. Oh, well done, Harry. We're very impressed.
Well done, Harry. That's brilliant.
Rather you than us. Also, have you seen this story this morning, Sal, about how to make a perfect cup of tea?
Oh, go on. You know, it's my favourite thing.
One tea company in the UK has spent £50 million, apparently, over the last couple of years developing what they think is the perfect tea bag, which gives you full strength in a limited time. So they say 60 seconds
Brews
for the
faster.
perfect brew, yeah.
And you know the one golden rule, John Kay? Never squeeze the bag.
Yeah.
Yeah, makes it bitter.
Milk in first or after?
Oh, after.
Really?
Yes. If it's a tea bag, yeah.
Yeah, I guess, well, look, if
that's
you
gonna
tell us
cause
how
all
to make a
sorts
cup of tea,
of
let us know your secret tips. Was it John Waite, the chef, who said something
Yes.
recently about 7 minutes with a bag in? And
But that's
not
just like
touching
using
it.
a teapot,
And
basically.
don't strain, just to carry it gently
He said
out.
don't squeeze the back, yeah.
Let us know if you have a secret recipe for a cup of tea. Our cups of tea have just arrived.
Yeah, mine's just arrived now. It's a good one.
Lots of you have been getting in touch this morning. We told you a while ago that a big British tea company has spent millions of pounds trying to perfect the perfect modern tea bag.
Yes, so that you don't have to leave it so long and you can have a cup of tea faster.
We asked you for your tea-making tips this morning. Jane's been in touch. She says you have to use leaves in a teapot, the traditional approach, a china mug, and add the milk first. Told you.
Yeah, but that's when you're made it in a teapot. You don't add the milk to the pot.
Do it while you're doing it.
No.
What else have we had?
Oh, there's a really good one here. Mick from North Yorkshire saw a clip on TV from Sir Cliff Richard saying, put the tea bag on a teaspoon and slowly pour the boiling water over it until the cup is full. Mick says it really works.
So you're not having to wring it out. Okay.
No one wrings it out, John.
Keep
That's
the tea
always bad.
tips coming.
In today's front pages, then let's see what's dominating now. The Metro there leading with 10,000 people missing in Libya after Storm Daniel wreaks havoc across the country and other parts of North Africa. The Times there opens with an exclusive stating that MI5 warned the Tories that potential MP candidates may be spies for China. While the Telegraph reports on former Defence Secretary Ben Wallace's comments that human rights laws are protecting terrorists. Now, the Daily Express focuses on the threat that what should be an 8.5% rise in the state pension, claiming that the Tories are expected to make sneaky changes to save cash. And the Mail there also focusing on the threat to the future of the pension's triple lock. And the FT there leading with fears over thousands of deaths after flooding swept through Libya. Also a warning to Labour from the former Prime Minister Tony Blair. And the Guardian there follows suit, focusing on the feared death toll from the Libya flooding. And the Eye there, like many others, leading with a threat to the state pension triple lock after yesterday, leading with the expected 8.5% rise. And the Daily Mirror there has dubbed 2023 the year of the shoplifter as high street crime numbers surge. And the Sun there hones in on One Direction star Liam Payne after he was rushed to hospital after falling ill during a trip to Italy's Lake Como. And if you want to see any of those front pages again or read the stories, just scan the QR code on your screen.